First of all, there's been some talk of a lockdown in France being extended. What do we know for the moment?
Yes, indeed. The country's public health agency says the lockdown may need to be extended. So currently it's due to run out at the end of March. But the agency says it may take 2 to 4 weeks to change the dynamic of the spread of the virus. Now, what is that dynamic? Well, at the moment, it's very much on the up, with 89 deaths reported in 24 hours. That's the worst death toll in France for any 24-hour period so far. So it could well be that we're seeing a lockdown going into early or even mid-April.
Now, Armin, we know the French Parliament is meeting today despite those restrictions on large groups of people gathering together. Tell us a bit about how the parliamentary procedure will work today.
Well, it's happening in a very restricted format. Only around 20 MPs present to vote on these measures. It's worth reminding people that at least 20 members of the lower and upper house of parliament have actually been infected themselves. So they're very well aware of the risks. The parties put forward those who could actually reach the building, who were closest to the building and didn't have to take public transport in order to represent the party as a whole and minimize the risk. But essentially, they're voting on three main elements. One is the health emergency that the government is declaring. This means that the government will have the right to stop public gatherings, limit the freedom of movement of people, requisition goods and services. The second aspect is pushing the municipal elections back into June. And the third element is the economic measures, approving the economic measures, particularly to help small businesses, which are going to be hit very hard by this crisis. So those three elements have already been announced by the government, but they do need a legal framework, and that is what Parliament is approving.
All right, Armin Georgian for us there. Thank you very much indeed.